Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Obas Trending Gist. And we've got some massive breaking news that is shaking up Nigeria's political landscape, something that directly impacts our democracy and future elections, just days after the highly respected Professor Mahmood Yakubu concluded his tenure as the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has nominated a new leader for this pivotal institution. And folks, the name on everyone's lips right now is Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan. This monumental announcement came directly from Bayo Onanuga, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, who took to his X handle earlier today, October 9th, 2025, to share the news, and I quote from his post: National Council of State unanimously approves appointment of Professor Amupitan as INEC Chairman. He further details that the National Council of State has indeed approved the nomination of Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan, SAN, from the North Central region as the new head of INEC. This follows Professor Mahmood Yakubu's commendable service from 2015 right up until his exit this October 2025. President Tinubu presented Amupitan as his nominee, emphasizing that Professor Amupitan is the very first person from Kogi State, which is in North Central, to be nominated for this crucial position. And here's a key point. The president described him as apolitical. The council members, including Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, unanimously supported this nomination, with Governor Ododo personally describing Amupitan as a man of integrity. So, what happened next? In full compliance with our constitution, President Tinubu will now forward Professor Amupitan's name to the Senate for screening. This is a critical step and one we'll be following closely on this channel. Now let's dive deep into the man of the hour himself, Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan. Who is he and what formidable credentials does he bring to this incredibly sensitive role? Professor Amupitan is 58 years, born on April 25th, 1967. He hailed from Ayetoro, Gbede in the Ijumu local government area of Kogi State. His academic journey is nothing short of impressive. After completing his primary and secondary education, he attended Kwara State Polytechnic in Ilorin from 1982 to 1984 before moving on to the prestigious University of Jos. From 1984 to 1987, he was then called to the bar in 1988. His thirst for knowledge didn't stop there. He earned his Master of Laws, LLM, at UniJos in 1993 and capped it off with a PhD in 2007, all while building an illustrious academic career that began way back in 1989. He even served his National Youth Service at the Bauchi State Publishing Corporation from 1988 to 1989. Currently, Professor Amupitan holds the significant role of Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration at the University of Jos. And get this, he balances that with being the Pro-Chancellor and the Chairman of the Governing Council of Joseph Ayo Babalola University in Osun State. Talk about a busy man. His specialization as a Professor of Law are particularly relevant for INEC. He is an expert in company law, law of evidence, corporate governance, and privatization law. He became a senior advocate of Nigeria, a highly esteemed title, in September 2014. Throughout his career in UniJos, he has held numerous leadership positions, including chairman of the Committee of Deans and Directors from 2012 to 2014, Dean of Faculty of Law from 2008 to 2014, and Head of Public Law from 2006 to 2008. Beyond academia, Professor Amupitan has served on various boards, including Integrated Diaries Limited, the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, Governing Council, and the Council of Legal Education from 2008 to 2014. He also served on the board of Reese Oil Limited, Abuja, from 1996 to 2004. And if that wasn't enough, he is a prolific author with many functional law books to his name, such as Corporate Governance, Models and Principles, Documentary Evidence in Nigerian Evidence Law, Theory and Practice in Nigeria, Principles of Company Law, and an introduction to the law of trust in Nigeria. Clearly, a man of deep legal intellect and extensive experience. He is married and has 4 children. The nomination of Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan as the new INEC chairman signals a new chapter for Nigeria's electoral body. His extensive legal background combined with significant administrative experience with top academic institutions could be a tremendous asset in navigating the complexities of electoral laws and administration. The president's emphasis on him being apolitical also sets a high expectations for impartiality, which is absolutely vital for the credibility of our elections. The unanimous support from the National Council of States and the endorsement from his own state's governor speaks volumes about his perceived character and competence. We now await the Senate screening, a crucial constitutional step that will delve deeper into his qualifications and suitability for his highly demanding role. It's a role that demands not just legal acumen but also impeccable integrity, astute leadership, and an unwavering commitment to upholding democratic principles. All right, my people, let's get into my perspective on this big news. The nomination of Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan as the new INEC chairman is, in my opinion, a really strong move, and here is why. First off, his academic and legal pedigree is just outstanding. We are talking about a senior advocate of Nigeria, a professor of law specializing in areas like the law of evidence, corporate governance. These are critical for understanding and implementing our electoral laws and for handling the legal challenges that inevitably comes with elections. His deep knowledge of the law means he is coming into this role with a strong foundation, which is exactly what INEC needs. Secondly, his extensive administrative experience as a deputy vice chancellor and a pro-chancellor tells me he's not just a brilliant academic, but also a seasoned administrator leading a university, let alone, two, requires serious organizational skills, strategic thinking, and the ability to manage complex systems and diverse stakeholders. These are directly transferable skills to running an institution as crucial and complex as INEC. Then there's the apolitical angle President Tinubu highlighted. If Professor Amupitan truly is apolitical, as suggested, that is a huge plus. The independence and the impartiality of INEC are non-negotiable for credible elections. A chairman who can rise above partisan politics is what every Nigerian truly deserves for our electoral umpire. Also, being the first from Kogi State to hold this position could be seen as a positive step towards regional inclusion. Now, of course, the job is incredibly tough. He is stepping into very big shoes left by Professor Yakubu, and the challenges of conducting elections in Nigeria are immense, from logistics and technology to security and political pressure. The road ahead won't be easy, but looking at his robust profile, his integrity, academic excellence, and administrative prowess, I feel a sense of optimism. He brings a fresh, highly qualified perspective that could potentially strengthen INEC even further. The Senate screening will be telling, but based on what we know right now, Professor Joash Ojo Amupitan appears to be a very capable and promising choice to lead our independent National Electoral Commission. We wish him all the best in what is arguably one of the most important jobs in Nigeria's democracy. So, what are your thoughts on Professor Amupitan's nomination? Do you think he is the right fit to steer INEC? Drop your comments below, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Obas Trending Gist for more in-depth analysis of what's happening in Nigeria.